Oh yes, so good morning and welcome to Vendor, your radio newspaper review program with EC Malaika on your number one online radio, Klickable radio, broadcasting from the city of Abuja, Nigeria. You're welcome to yet another edition of the Vendor. And with me this morning, I have Comr Sekoni Kehinde on the show. Comrade, you're welcome to the show.
Good morning, Malaika. Good morning, the listener and viewers at home.
All right. Today being Wednesday, the 29th day in the month of May. Today is the last Wednesday in the month of May. And today happens to be the 1 year of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu in office. And looking at the time now, just 8 minutes past the hour of 9 a.m. Nigerian time. And don't forget, we are live on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, TikTok at Klickable Radio. Klickable Radio with the letter K. All right, let's go on a short break. When we return, Vendo continues. Don't touch your dial.
Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio. This is Klickable Radio, our voice.
Oh yes, so welcome back to Vendor, your radio newspaper review program with EC Malaika. All right, moving on. It's quite interesting from the national dailies this morning. A lot has happened during the weekend and even during the week, and it's still happening, comrade.
A lot is still happening.
So it's not really funny. Moving on here, we have the Daily Sun newspaper, and in the front of the Daily Sun newspaper, this one says federal government Atiku disagree on state of economy. And this one says 1 year of Tinubu administration building a safer, strong, prosperous Nigeria. Okay, this one is still on the Daily Sun newspaper. This one says Labour rejects 60,000 minimum wage offer, insists on 494,000. And under this one says storm out of a meeting with the federal government. So that means I think they walked out of the federal meeting with the federal government. Now, comrade, looking at this, you can see that 1 year of President Tinubu administration, they are saying building a safer, strong, and prosperous Nigeria. What do you have to say about that?
I think what I will say is this: they are trying their best. Rome was not built in a day. It is easy to destroy, but more difficult to build.
Okay, now going by what you are saying, building, we all know when it comes to building, it takes time to build. But in the past 16 years, this government, the APC-led government, because it's still a continuation of the APC-led government, they have been promising us, we are going to, they are working hard to ensure that they revive the economy, but it seems nothing is working.
If you look at the message given, they say renew hope. And they have not spent 16 years, remember?
No, but it's still the APC-led
government. No, they have just spent 8 years. This is 9 years. I remember different hands handle it for the first time. This are new set of politicians and leaders.
Okay, let's go to what Atiku says. Atiku says, federal government, Atiku disagree on state of economy.
Atiku is just being blinded by one, as written by one of the dailies. Just being intentionally blinded by what is going on.
But he is also seeing the economic state of the country. No. And the truth is this: the state of the economy, those people who felt the impact of the economy, the hardship on the economy, are the common people.
They are the one who voted them in. They will be the first to see the impact because I don't voted them in.
But I believe to most Nigerian, the Nigerians you agree with me that most Nigerians are not happy with the economy. The economy is truly hard
Where
on
do you
Nigeria.
get your information that most Nigerians?
Yes, because we go to the
Can
market.
say some Nigerians.
When you talk about some Nigeria, then you are talking about a lower portion because the workflow. You and I know. Okay, you and I know that the workflow is the middle class. And you know that the cost of living, cost of transportation, all these things are all inside embedded in that very economy we're talking about.
What you are saying is true. I agree with you, Malaika. But the fact still remains, they are working.
All right, that's just all we can take on Daily Sun. To get more of this information, go to any nearer newspaper vendor to you and pick up and read for yourself. Moving on. All right, moving on. The next newspaper on my desk here is the Guardian newspaper. On the Guardian, this one says opposition loyalists Baker over Tinubu performance outlook. 1 year of Tinubu administration, building a safer, strong and prosperous economy. I think the same thing with that on the Sun newspaper. We have taken that already. This one says another strike looms as Labour reject federal government fresh 60,000 minimum wage. Okay, this one says Kano royal crisis get messy as courts issue conflicting orders. Now let's take that on comrade, that of the Labour with the federal government, because this one says another strike looms as Labour rejects federal government fresh 60,000 minimum wage. What is your take on that, sir?
You have to outrightly reject it. They just have to. See, my own daughter, employed by a private company, a graduate, second class graduate, he pay 60,000 naira every month, and now he will spend 45,000 as transport.
So
what you remain?
So you now see that the economy is not really smiling.
It's not smiling, but it's not the fault of the government from the beginning. It is what they made on ground. They have to try and restructure, and the process is not easy. It's not easy. For example, Labour is asking for about 500,000
naira.
How many, if they have to do it that way, government will say you will retrench. Have you seen that? Already.
And when government retrench,
already. Let me tell you one secret. Already, government is overstaffed.
Overstaffed?
Yeah.
So how do you mean?
Yes. If you go to some offices today, you see some of them, they will resume office 10 o'clock, some 12 o'clock, and they will close when? 4 o'clock, some 3, and some will just go gossip from morning till evening.
So it is not overemployed. It's just that to me,
they are underutilized, Abi.
Yeah,
underutilized. They are not needed.
They are needed.
Let me give you one example. During the pandemic, people are working from home. They say all junior staff should stay home. Work was still going on.
So that is to tell you that I think to me, I don't feel it was on overstaffing. I feel it is still under utilizations. Because if you go to a lot of government offices in Nigeria, you and I know this thing. Sometimes when you go to, especially the local government, let's look at the
local government is even the worst. They are the worst. They don't go to the office and they be fighting for increment in salary.
Okay, moving on. Thank you very much. Moving on. Let's go to the next newspaper. Here is the Vanguard newspaper. All right, on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, this one said strike lumps as minimum wage talks end in deadlock again. Okay, that one is on the Vanguard newspaper. This one says 6 things Tinubu must do to succeed. Atiku is now telling the Tinubu. Okay, on this one say Kano Emirate Tozu court gives conflicting order on Sanusi's removal, and this one says 365 days on Tinubu's bitter sweet run. You know, okay, this one is still on the Vanguard newspaper. This one says federal government has enough to clear debts. Wale Idun says this. I think now let's stop.
Edun.
Yeah,
Edun.
Edun says federal government has enough to clear the debts. Now, let's go to this Kano tussle on this. Kano Emirate court gives conflicting order on Sunusi removal. So, what's your take on that?
I think like you have been on this particular saga. We are yet to know. We are yet to know where the pendulum will swing to. As far as I'm concerned, which one has more superiority now? Is it the Federal High Court or the State High Court? And
you can see that two courts are giving this conflicting order. So, in this situation, what is the way forward?
It means there are two governments in Kano. There are two emirs in Kano.
So, and looking at the detriment of Sunusi, Lamido Sunusi, we didn't experience this kind of loggerhead in that very scenario. So, why this time?
It is politics before. It is politics. What was on ground that this government met on ground was, in fact, was very okay. It creates more job. With the new order now, that is in Troni, Sanusi, some people will lose job. Lost their job.
And some people are going to also, the people who will work with Sanusi are also going to be employed.
No. The number will be limited now. One person employing many. And now 5 people employing many.
So it's all right.
One of the former emirs say about 3,000 jobs will be lost.
Okay.
Okay,
let's look at this. This one say Biafran Day. IPOB insist on May 30 sit at home in Southeast. What is your take on that?
I think IPOB should rethink and stop all this. It's causing problem for Southeast. It's slowing down development. Both foreign investors and so with this information news, they can't bring investment to those states. So they should please just stop it. It's not by force or by fighting like this. South Africa did not get independence through fighting. You getting me? They got it through wisdom and patience. So they should have patience and apply wisdom.
Oh, it's all right. All right. Moving on Ogavendo this beautiful morning. Oh, let's see what we got here. All right, moving on the Nation newspaper, The Nation. This one says 1 year of Tinubu administration. Okay, all of them talking about the 1 year economy, 1 year of Tinubu administration. All right, we'll take a break here. When we return, Ogavendo continues. Don't touch your dial.
Klickable Radio, broadcasting from the city of Abuja, Nigeria, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Klickable Radio. Internet radio, our voice.
Alright, this is where we draw the curtain on Ogavendo this beautiful Wednesday, the 29th day in the month of May 2024. And listening, thank you for following up on Ogavendo this beautiful morning. And don't forget to stay safe. Comrade, once again, thank you for coming on the show this beautiful morning.
Thank you, Malaika.
And we keep hoping that the economy gets better.
It's even getting better. It's getting better.
All right, thank you. Don't forget we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Klickable Radio. Follow us and make sure you share this broadcast. Thank you and stay blessed.
Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio, Klickable Radio, Klickable.